Hello, friends. Welcome to Unacademy, the largest online learning platform in India. And before us and with us today is Mr. Abhishek Saraf, who is AIR 8, my friends, UPSC CSE 2019. Awesome performance. Congratulations, Mr. Abhishek Saraf. And from all of us at Unacademy, a heartiest congratulations. Huge, huge applause. Please share with us what are your exact feelings right now, though it's an obvious question, please.
First of all, please allow me to thank you for having me here, sir. It's a privilege and an honor to be addressing so many aspirants and to be able to make a positive contribution to the society. So if I'm being completely honest, I would say that when I saw the result, it was a feeling of relief that finally that chapter of my life, what past 4 5 years have been about, it has ended, and it has ended on a positive note. And it has ended on my terms. I'm not giving up based on stress or anxiety or disappointment, but I got the result that I wanted. So it's a matter of relief.
Such a nice thing to hear that academic intelligence and humility go together in one person. So it actually deserves another congratulations from all of us.
Thank you so much, sir. But if I'm being honest, the credit goes to my family. My mother, who raised me as a single parent. My father passed away when I was just 10 months old. So my mother raised me and my elder brother. And we had the support of our maternal family, my uncle, aunt, and my grandparents. They supported us like anything. And today, if my name has appeared in the list, it's actually their success, even though it's just my name in the list.
There's a lot about your upbringing also, Abhishek.
Thank you so much, sir.
Please congratulate everyone in your family on our behalf. This is such a beautiful thing. Thank you very much. Abhishek, my first question, in fact, whatever question I'm going to ask, I'm going to ask on the behalf of all thousands of learners and aspirants who are watching us. Many queries because of this huge journey. It's a huge, huge war. You know this. It's not even a battle. It's a huge war. So, Abhishek, consider me a completely new aspirant, a beginner at this journey. How do I start? This is the first question. Where do I start this entire journey from?
See, so I would say that you very correctly mentioned that it's actually a war, not one battle. So war will have its ups and downs. You will win one battle, lose one battle. So I would advise you to introspect as a beginner aspirant. I would advise you to introspect that why do you actually want to go to civil services? Because this is going to be a very treacherous path. You will face challenges. You will face self-doubt. You will see the depths of depression. I mean, I'm not saying it will happen to everyone, but it can happen to you. And at that point of darkness, what will bring you into the light and what will motivate you to rise up is what motivates you. Why do you really want to go?
Yes.
So that is the first thing that I would suggest you. Secondly, I would advise you to, if at all you decide to go for it, I would advise you to bring your consistency in your performance, in your approach to your studies. Because this is an exam that you will not be able to clear it if you study for a month and then you lose your pace and then you try to regain it again. So the idea in this exam is that nothing is tough. It is not an intellectually challenging exam. What gets tested is your patience, your perseverance, your consistency, as well as what really motivated you. Because that at the end of the day, that part, whatever motivated you, will bring you out of the darkness and into the path of success.
Abhishek, you while you were answering this question, one word came to my attention and was consistency. This is something that is, I mean, it's practically impossible for many of our aspirants, I have noticed, to maintain the same level of consistency and motivation all throughout the journey. It may go up and down. Is there any formula to maintain this consistency? Or how do I study 12 hours a day? Or, all kinds of queries come along. So I think you're the best person to answer this for lakhs of aspirants who are watching this right now.
So the first thing that I would suggest in this aspect is that what motivated you. See, for me, consistency came from the fact that I like learning new things. I love learning new things, and I learn them from the perspective of application. Like, what did I learn? How will I apply it? Or is it just theoretical knowledge? I don't intend to be a library. I will never be a best library in the world. Neither can I be Google. So what I can be is a thinking person who learned something and then applied it. And that is what I really like. And the civil services syllabus and the exam is oriented towards application now. So you learn, you analyze it, and they ask you how can it be applied. So that is what motivated me the most, and learning new things every day, whether it be in history, geography, polity, economy, culture, art, science, whatever. That is what motivated me the most. So that is what enabled me to bring in the consistency. Secondly, what people do is that they go in with a lot of energy, and then they end up studying for 7-8 hours a single topic. I would advise against that, because it is human nature to get fatigued, either physically or even mentally. So I would say don't study something for 7 hours. If you are putting in 12 hours a day, like you just mentioned, sir, I would say that divide it into newspaper, maybe 3 to 4 hours, and topic one, whatever it be. You cover the topic one for 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours, and pick another topic for another 4 hours. Like some toppers used to say that they didn't read the newspaper and they covered the monthly concise notes from coachings. I don't subscribe to that. I make my own notes. See, the formula with me is that the slower I study, the longer I retain. And you have to retain things in this exam. So I make my own notes. Secondly, sir, I have realized over the time that you have to take breaks. But over the years, I realized that there is an inverted U curve between the amount, inverted U curve.
Okay.
Between the amount of time that you spend in a break and the amount of refreshness that you gain. Okay. See, if you are spending under 30 minutes at a break, I think it's optimum. After 30 minutes, if you get to 30 minutes to 2 hours, 3 hours, I don't think, and it has not been my experience, that you will be any more refreshed than what you would have been after the 30 minutes. Okay. So if you are spending 2.5 hours in a break, the 2 hours is wasted, right? And if you go beyond that, if you go beyond beyond that to 3-4 hours, then you will lose the motivation for the day. You will think that, okay, half the day is gone. So let me just take a break for the entire day and I'll pick it up tomorrow, and then the entire day is wasted. So I would advise the aspirants to take multiple breaks, even though the summation is same, but don't take one break at a long stretch. Take multiple small breaks. Second thing I would tell them is that, see, I perfected this technique of power nap. I actually saw that in a movie in 3 Idiots. The character of
3 Idiots. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay. The character of Mr. Boman Irani, he used to take power naps in that movie. And while I was watching that movie in the theater, it seemed to me that how can someone sleep in 10 minutes? But I do that. I have been doing that for a decade now. And what I do is that I sleep for 6.5 hours in the night.
Okay.
And then 3 power naps in the day, 10 minutes each. So it is 7 hours in the day. And that 10-minute break can be very refreshing for you physically as well as mentally. So I would suggest the candidates to divide their day. Generally, people prefer to spend more time on optional. That is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a scoring thing. So you would study for 4 hours one subject, pick another topic for 4 hours, spend 3 to 4 hours on newspaper, and even you can do web surfing or Facebooking, because I used to do Facebooking and I used those things which I saw in the videos on Facebook in my answers. So yeah, in my answers in interview as well as in mains, there are various Facebook pages like World Economic Forum, Interesting Engineering, Mashable, Futurism, Tech Insider. I'm talking from the perspective of more from the perspective of interview than from the perspective of mains. That is because my hobby is watching documentaries about structures, and I've diversified it to watching documentaries. So what I'm saying is that you can take small breaks distributed throughout the day. That is first thing to maintain consistency. Second thing is that, okay, you might be unfortunate. You might not be getting positive results. You might not be seeing your name in the list. And I empathize with you. But, and if you are fortunate enough to see your name in the list, it will give you a boost. But if it does not happen with you, what you can do is give yourself small targets every day. Accomplish those targets and give yourself small rewards every day. It will help you feel positive at the end of the day. Look, I have done something good in the day, and you will be able to go to the next day with a positive energy, and it will enable you to maintain your consistency. It can be very small. It can be finishing 40 pages of a book. I'm not saying that do a big thing in a day. Nobody does it. Small contributions every day make a big contribution one day. So that is what I'm saying, that give yourself rewards, give yourself targets, achieve those targets. So that is how you can maintain consistency. And one more thing.
I'm sorry. Please carry on.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah. One more thing. The idea is that unfortunately in Indian society, mental health is not emphasized that much.
Precisely. I'm sorry. You actually caught me exactly that point. Thank you. Please carry on. Yeah.
So, sir, I would say that consistency cannot come without a proper mental framework. Like if I'm feeling depression, if I'm feeling anxiety, if I'm feeling frustration, then I will not be able to study. I will not be in a happy state of mind. I will not be able to retain what I studied. So Do not take it lightly. I would advise the aspirants, do not take it lightly. Develop a framework for your mental health. Develop a support system. It can be your family, it can be your friends, it can be your peers who made it into the services and they can motivate you. It can be anyone really, but do not take it lightly. Be conscious about it. Develop a framework for your mental happiness. And mental happiness once again gets related with the achieving targets daily that I said a few minutes before. That if you achieve a target, you feel positive about yourself, and then you bring that positivity in the next day, and it carries forward. So take care of your mental health. One more thing, if I may add, that sometimes in Facebook we see that, oh, this college batchmate of mine, he's in Australia and he's earning a package of 50 lakhs, and see what I'm doing. I'm 25 and I'm unemployed and I could not even clear prelims. Don't do that. Please don't do that.